When removing the background from an object, depending on the difference in color and tone between the subject and the background, as well as the color and tone in the image that it's being blended with, a small halo might appear along the edge of the subject. We can see in this document I have two layers. I've got the tools that were shot against white, and below that I've got the paper. And I want to put these tools as if they're on the paper. So in order to make a selection of the tools, I'm going to start by just choosing Select and then Subject. It does a fairly decent job, but I can see I need to make a few adjustments. So I'll tap the L key to select the lasso tool. I'll hold down the Option key to subtract from the lasso tool. And because I'm subtracting an area, I'm going to start right here at the corner point of the selection. And then it really doesn't matter where I select here. But the reason that I started at the corner point was because when I get down to the bottom here, I can just have Photoshop close the selection by releasing the cursor, and it draws that straight line there. Okay, I notice that I have a little bit of an issue down here with my selection, and I'm going to use that same technique again. I'm going to start maybe right about here, come up and around, and then when I think that Photoshop can draw the straight line to close the selection, I'll just release the cursor and allow it to do so. All right, so my subjects are selected. Let's go into Select and Mask, and I've got the view set here to view against layers. But for the technique that I want to show you, I'm actually going to switch for a moment to black and white. Because in order to either spread or choke the mask, meaning to either bring the mask outwards or inwards to get rid of the white halo that was around those tools, I'm going to use a combination of the feather slider and shift edge. So again, let's just look really quickly against layers. I've got kind of this white halo going around the image. That's what I want to get rid of. So I go to the black and white view for now, just to show you that as I increase the feather, instead of just having black and white, now I have all of these varying shades of gray. Well, with the varying shades of gray, I can use the shift edge in order to shift the edge in towards the center of the tool or out away from the tool. So I'm either choking or in this case, spreading the mask. Now, obviously that's going way too far, but that's the theory. So let's bring both of those values down and switch to what this is actually going to look like on layers. I'll increase the feather to maybe somewhere around 6, maybe 7, and then start shifting the edge. In this case, I want to choke the mask, so I'm going to start bringing it in. But I have to be careful because I still want the dimensionality around the tool. So I've added too large of a feather here. So as I decrease the feather amount, we can see that the edge sharpens up a bit. And then I just need to figure out where the sweet spot is between the shift edge and the halo that I want to get rid of. So I like the effect there. I'll go ahead and click OK. Actually, before I do that, let's look at my output settings here. I'm going to output this to a selection. So we'll go ahead and click OK. That makes my selection. Now I can just add a mask based on that selection. Of course, I could have just done that in the Select and Mask workspace, but now I have my mask. And one of the ways that I'm going to make it appear as if the tools are actually on the paper is to add a quick drop shadow. So from the effects icon at the bottom of the layers panel, I'll choose drop shadow. I know we haven't talked about this before, but this will add a drop shadow. I can click in the image area and actually reposition that drop shadow as needed. I can also change the size of the drop shadow, and I can change the opacity of the drop shadow. I can make all sorts of changes here, but for now, I think I'll just leave it like that and click OK. So you can see how using the Select and Mask workspace can help us to either choke or spread the mask in order to remove that halo that was a result of shooting against that white paper background. So when you need to refine the edges of the mask, you can see that the Select and Mask workspace offers a number of different ways to choke and spread the edges of the mask using the feather slider as well as the Shift Edge feature.